start with you. You got in that first game early. How'd you think you played, and how did it go for you?
It was just a new experience for me, obviously being my first game here. A little bit jittery, a little bit to start, but it was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it. We got up big kind of early, but it was still a good experience, and just trying to help my team win in any way possible.
Was it much different than what you had envisioned or expected it to be like?
I heard it has high standards, so I kind of expected it to be really, really loud, and it was really loud, so it kind of lived up to what I was thinking.
Brandt, had the same question for you. How did it feel to be out there?
It was great. I mean, I was a bit excited, missed a few chippies, a few shots short, but you know, I think just first game was a little bit like Heisey, but just excited. The experience was awesome, and I mean, I'm going from a place where didn't get only place only hold 1,000 people, so imagine that it's pretty awesome.
How would you describe your playing style?
I feel like I'm very physical. I take a lot of pride in my physicality and trying to get to the offensive glass.
Rebounding wise, what was the coach's message to you guys in the locker room immediately after the game and the few days of practice here after Monday about what you guys did well, what you could maybe do better?
I felt like we were all playing a little fast and stuff, but overall we did a pretty good job, but there's always room for improvement, and just being physical on the glass is definitely one of the things that I know a lot of us take pride in, especially me and Heisey.
For both guys, just coming into the program and now that you've had the first game under your belts, just what would you say has been the biggest adjustments in fitting in and meshing in with this team and this program?
I would say personality-wise, it's been really easy. Like off the court, it's been really easy to mesh with the guys, and on the court, guys are just a little bigger, a little faster, a little stronger, and getting used to that, especially finishing around the rim and boxing out, stuff like that. Just extra level of physicality and skill, I'd say.
I agree with that. It's definitely super easy off the court. A lot of great guys on this team, but yeah, just definitely a lot more physical than I've played against in a while, and so really, it was really nice playing against a lot more physical guys.
Brandt, how would you describe the job description for you guys in the front court?
I'd say crash the glass, both ends, hit on the defensive end. Wow, if our guys are really good rebounder that we're defending, got to hit him out, let the guards come in and clean up, and on offensive glass, crash super hard, and try to make plays for each other and set real hard screens.
Brandt, you said you like playing against more physical guys. You like the punishment. You like getting beat up. Where does that come from?
That's a good question. Maybe from Washington State. I mean, I came in as a real small guy and playing against seniors there. I kind of just learned that if I want to be effective in college basketball, especially at the D1 level, I got to be physical. So that kind of stemmed from there, and I had a lot of great, I don't know if I would say mentors, but older players that I really looked up to that were super physical. And so, yeah.
How small were you when you came in versus to where you're at now?
I'd say I was the same height, but probably like 215, 220, 225, and now I'm up to 255, 260.
Where did most of that kind of strength bulking kind of come from? Was it a year? Was it like a certain year where you put on a lot more? Or?
My redshirt freshman season, I was in the weight room the entire time, but I'd say a good bit of it was when coming here to Iowa State, they set some expectations of me being 260. I was about 235, 240 before coming here in the spring, and so I knew they wanted me to bulk up to play more physical because this is a lot more physical conference.
Yeah, for both guys, when you just say more physical, can you just kind of paint that scene? How big was that jump from your previous stop to what is expected now in practice?
Yeah, I would just say guys in my old conference, the big guys were more like 6'8", 6'9". The guys here are more 7 foot and had muscle and stuff, and then expectations. Coach wants us to play physically, so if you don't do it, you get in trouble. So kind of all the motivation you need.
He summed it up perfectly.
Thanks, guys.
Real quick, Brandt, I know Deshaun said he knew you coming in. What's the value of that relationship as you transition in here?
Oh, it made it so much more easy. I mean, just having somebody that you know, it takes a bit of the edge off. And then it's like, this is a more not such a new environment. And then he got here before me, and he kind of just told me a lot about it, and so it just made me feel a lot more comfortable, and I feel like it made it easier to mesh with everybody.
I'll follow up on that. That's kind of like a perfect summary of college basketball today. Two kids start at one school and they reunite at a new school in a different region of the country. How much did you guys maybe think about that or talk about that when you first, came back to Ames together for the first time? About like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little strange. Once Deshaun texted me once he heard I was in the portal and just said what's up, and he saw that they were looking at me, and he was excited. But I mean, it kind of just like you pick up where you left off, just like old friends. And I mean, we obviously know a few inside jokes and stuff just from our time at Washington State, so just makes the bond even better.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, guys.